All right, this is the solution for the homework exercise for day 4. We were looking at the concepts of constructors, of inheritance, of static methods, of overriding virtual methods on the base class, and auto-implemented properties. You should have been able to use all 5 of those in this project. And if you get stuck, that's okay. But try to just watch only enough of this video where you get unstuck. And don't just use this as a crutch. Really struggle with this. I think it'll help you out in the long term. Okay, so first of all, we can take a look at what we were asked to do, and that is to create a base class called asset. So let's start there. So what I'm going to do is take a look at this asset class. And the asset class has 3 public properties that I created by using the auto-implemented property code snippet, and just changed that first value to string and then the my property to whatever the given property name was. All right, so that's how I completed part of it. And then I created a print method that has the keyword virtual. Do you remember why? Because that's how you define a method that says allow derived classes to define a print method and prefer those over this one. But if the derived class doesn't implement the print method, you can go ahead and use this version. Okay, and so it's very straightforward and simple. It just prints code name, region, and skill set using the string formatter syntax. Okay, you can use any kind of write line format. I really don't care. I just happen to use this particular format. Okay, so that is the asset class, and I'm not going to save that. And so what we needed to do was create 2 implementations of that base class. The first one was personnel. So here we added 2 additional properties, department and supervisor, using that same auto-implemented property syntax. All right, and here's where I create a constructor called personnel, so public personnel, and then I take as input parameters code name, region, and skill set, again, property values that we're going to use here that were defined on the base class, the asset base class. And then off to the right, there are 2 additional properties or input parameters, department and supervisor, that you can see I set here that were defined in our base class, or I'm sorry, at the very beginning here with our auto-implemented properties. Okay, so we'll get to how we utilize all of this in just a moment. Let's take a look at the agent class first, though. So the agent also implements the base class asset, and I guess I didn't point this out previously, but this is, again, that syntax that we use to say I want to inherit from the base class asset, and I did that here in personnel as well. Sorry, I forgot that. Okay, but an agent, all I needed to do was override the print method, and here I use a different console.writeLine string formatting syntax where I just added some ellipsis between it to change up the formatting just a little bit. Still passing in code name, region, and skill set. Okay, great. So then the last part that we needed to do, at least as was defined on that on our UML, was the analyzer class. And the analyzer class, I defined as static and defined the method analyze as a static method, passing in an instance of asset. So again, by declaring it this way, we're going to be able to pass in either personnel or agent. And here I'm just calling the print method on the asset. I know that it has to implement print because it derives from asset. Okay, whatever asset derives from asset will also have a print method, either because it's declared in the base class itself or declared and overridden in the derived class. All right, then finally what I did in the program.cs class was I just created an instance of a personnel class and an instance of the agent class. With the personnel, I was able to pass in, using that constructor we built, all the values for code name, region, skill set, then also supervisor and department. Okay, and then in the agent, I was able to create a new instance of agent and just have to use the notation to access the properties of those that were defined in the base class. That's all that agent implemented. All right, but then finally we call analyze on both of those methods, and because it's static, I don't have to create an instance of analyzer first. So analyze P and analyze A, and then I just do my typical read line, and so when I print it out, there's what I get. All right, so hopefully that helped you. If you need to take a look at the source code in more depth, we'll have that available for you. You can download it wherever you got this video from. Okay, so hopefully you were able to solve this on your own, or if you did get stuck, that's okay. This helped reinforce those ideas. Try to do it again in a day after you've kind of forgotten the specific implementation. Try to do the exercise one more time if you didn't get it the first time. Hopefully it'll sink in by then. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. Good luck. Bye.